Yo, what is good, everybody? What is good? Listen, I'm flying solo today. My brother Funky Buck is traveling. He's not gonna be able to make it. I know he's salty. I know because I've been texting. I've been talking to him. He's like salty. He can't make tonight because he wants to talk about these upsets, these delicious upsets. But it's cool. I roll dolo from state to state. You know what I'm saying? Solo is cool once in a while. Only some of y'all would get that reference from the movie Belly. If you don't, whatever, go watch it. Anyway, what's good, everybody? What is up, man? I've been itching to talk to y'all. I've been itching to holler at y'all. Stilly Matt, what's up, brother? What's up, good brother? My homie, L. A Maxim Bay. Sounds like a powerful name, doesn't it? Everybody in the chat. Anthony Alberti loading up the chat. I see y'all. Yeah, man. Listen. Please give me your thoughts on this weekend. This was the best. Y'all tell me. This was the most enjoyable college football weekend I can remember in a while. I mean, everything that we desired to happen pretty much happened except for one thing at the end of the night. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But yo, listen, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with some of the upsets. I'll get to the Buckeyes, a little later. Let's start with the upsets, man. So yeah, let's go with Scum. I was debating between Bama and Scum. Let's go with Scum first, all right? And please weigh in on the comments because no partner in crime today. So I'm gonna be, getting with y'all a lot more back and forth. But the Scum loss. First of all, I was getting a little nervous with Washington after they went up 14-0 and they started tripping and just being goofy and not being gap sound and letting weak Donovan Edwards get a wide open lane because all he has is straight line speed. Not very good vision or anything else. But, I thought Washington was about to start tripping, but they pulled it out, man. They pulled it out. I'm so happy. And my thing is this. I'm confused by Scum fans. And y'all tell me what y'all see on y'all social media timelines or on the internet, period. I see a lot of Scum fans talking about how they're like surprised by this loss or they're surprised by this performance. And I'm like, me and the Scoop chat been telling y'all for weeks, no, scratch that, months, that you are going to be trash this year. You have no quarterback. Well, more specifically, your offense. Sure, your defense is a good defense, but we knew your offense was not going to be enough. We knew Orgy was not good enough. And then what's funny, check this out. I had a buddy of mine, a Scum fan buddy of mine, who posted after like the first quarter saying, ladies and gentlemen, we have our quarterback, talking about Jack Tuttle. You talk about a post that did not age well. No, my dude Dewan, he said, listen, Tuttle is basically Davis Warren. It's the same guy. Like that's basically what it is. And now, yeah, he also mentioned the element of surprises there for Washington, and they got some stuff off. They had some offense going, but now it's on film. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more element of surprise. He's just another bum back there that will be slaughtered. Period. So, yeah, anyway, but it's so great to see Scum lose, first and foremost, but not only that, to see their fans look bewildered and confused, like, oh my God, fire Sherrod Moore, fire everybody. Like, dude, why are you acting surprised? Like, you've been cruising for a bruising for weeks now, all right? You should have got popped 2 times in a row. And you squealed away. You slithered away because of bad coaching and Johnny-come-lately game plans in the second half that they should have done in the first half from USC and Minnesota. But I digress. So, but yo, like it to me, and I said this last week because me and Funky predicted this Washington loss, right? Will this be the down? This will this first of all, I think it's going to be a 5-game winning streak. Maybe they squeak one out, but I'm pulling for the 5-game winning streak. I think it's very, very possible, y'all. I said this last week, and we gonna pull up the schedule again so y'all can see real quick. So y'all can see. Here it is. All right. So what y'all think? Now they got a bye week this week. They can lick their wounds, in the Big Blouse or in the national titleist Schembechler Hall. They can lick their wounds. Then they got to go at Illinois. All right. I think that's a loss. Sparty, who is not great, but not terrible. To me, is Minnesota comparable? It's a rivalry game. That's the one game out of the 5 that I think is a toss-up because Michigan State is better than we thought, but they're still goofy. They still turn the ball over. They still, the quarterback is still, all over the place. And it's at their place. So that's kind of a toss-up. But then you got Oregon, and then you got at Indiana, who's playing, like a top 3 Big Ten team right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think a 5-game winning streak is on the horizon for Scum. What y'all think? Let me see what y'all talking about in these comments. Let me see. Did I say winning streak? Did I say winning streak? My bad. I meant losing streak. Clearly, I meant losing streak. My bad. Losing streak for Scum. The teams that will beat them will be on a winning streak. But yes, losing streak. Like, to me, that would be beautiful. And I also think that would hasten the NCAA, NOA, hey, just screw it. We're going to stop fighting. Let's go ahead and take our medicine. We cheated. We're done. It's a wrap. Recruits, bye-bye. Let's go into our holes. Hopefully the impending losing streak that is coming will hasten that. That's my hope. That's my prayer. For real. But let's see what y'all talking about in the chat about Scum. You said I miss Chad CT2. Tuttle been in college for 19 years, bro. Listen, man. Listen, and still is not good. Like, they're all getting banged back there. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, for real. What's up, Bray? What's up, brother? What's up, Mean Green? Some of the new people in the chat. Good to see y'all. Yeah. Michigan running a 3 QB set. Man, look. They got no receivers. You can only throw to Coast and Loveland so many times. Man, look. What do y'all think? Do y'all agree? Do y'all think a 5-game losing streak is reasonable, or is it actually possible? Or y'all think I'm tripping? Y'all think I'm overreacting, or just because I hate Scum? What y'all think? I don't know. I think it's possible. But either way, we're gonna sit back and enjoy it. Just like we did this Saturday. We saw Bama lose to Vanderbilt after they were crowned. You want to crown them? Then crown them. After they were crowned for beating Georgia in a great game. I'm not going to front. The Bama-Georgia game was a great game. It was enjoyable. It was fun to watch. However, this Vanderbilt loss, to me, validated some of the suspicions that some of us fans had about Georgia and Bama not being as good as the name says they may be. And listen, to be clear, I'm not saying they're trash. I think they're both good teams. They both have a lot of talent on them. But I don't know about them defenses. I don't know about that secondary for Georgia. I don't know how good they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, their defenses in general have not been that impressive. Even before that game, we saw some warts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the natural progression in your mind is Vanderbilt didn't only pop Bama. It wasn't no fluke, Hail Mary, nothing. Like, Vanderbilt ran the ball on them. I got the stats up. They ran for 166 on them and threw for 252. I mean, 26 first downs to Alabama 17 first down. I'm looking at the stats right now. Like, are you kidding me? 12 for 18 on third down. Like, Vanderbilt beat Bama. They beat them. Like, it was not a fluke. And this is Vanderbilt, y'all. Just imagine. Walk with me for a minute. Imagine if this was Ohio State losing to an equivalent. What's an equivalent to Vanderbilt in the Big Ten? Y'all tell me in the chat. Who's an equivalent to Vanderbilt? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if this was us. We would be getting absolutely barbecued. And I haven't heard as much. I mean, obviously they're covering the upset, but to me, they're covering the goalpost being tossed into the river more so than Bama getting embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Purdue. I was thinking Purdue. Okay, Northwestern, Purdue. I was thinking Purdue. Yep, Bray. Yep, I agree. I think that's fair. Imagine if this was Ohio State. So my suspicion is that how good is Bama? They're good. They have talent, great receiver. Milroe is an athlete. But early in the season, I wasn't that impressed with Georgia either. At least compared to the other Georgia teams we've seen recently. Don't jump on me, Bray. He's a Georgia boy. Georgia is a good team. I'm just saying I don't know how good they are. And I think the more and more we get through the season, it'll be revealed to us. And that includes Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? We got at Oregon this week. That's college football. From week to week, you get crowned and then you get popped. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but this weekend was insane. So check it out. Tennessee. And these teams that have lost, I thoroughly enjoyed it more so because I always reference this. I have a page, Buckeye Sports Talk with B. Moses on Facebook. All right. I'm heading to 20K followers, 20,000 followers on that page. Been building it for years, which is great. You know, the flip side of that build is that I've attracted a lot of trolls, obviously Michigan trolls, but I've attracted a lot of SEC trolls, Tennessee fans, Ole Miss fans. I didn't even know they had fans. I'm joking, but not really. You know, Bama fan, every Georgia fan, every type of fan base I've attracted, you know, and Tennessee fans have just, I mean, they get one whiff of a success and they just go crazy. So I'm very happy that they lost just because their fans are annoying. And so, you know, they go up the rankings and then they get popped and then they you know, run away to their little holes. You know what I'm saying? So I was very happy. I did not watch the Tennessee game. I was following the score on my app. And I was like, okay, Arkansas. Who is Arkansas compared to? Who would you compare Arkansas to? Because you know the SEC fans are going to try to say, this is the SEC. It's so tough. All shucks, SEC. You know, the Big Ten, the weak Big Ten. Arkansas is not a great team. Arkansas is not a great team. I'll repeat it again. Arkansas is not a great team. On my Dr. Umar, I'm repeating myself so that you get the point. You lost to Arkansas, and you're supposed to be a top 5 team. I'm saying this to the fans that have been talking, well, Ohio State ain't play nobody. We're better than Ohio State. All the other stuff. I'm so glad y'all lost. Now shut up. Now go somewhere and shut up. Maryland, Washington. Okay, that's the comp. Yeah. Okay, fair. No, you my boy. You my guy, but I don't think so. I think Indiana's better than Arkansas, bro. Unless you meant something else. But yeah. So I was very happy to see that 2 SEC teams, especially Alabama coming off that Georgia win, losing to Vanderbilt. So beautiful. Now, I must tell you, as we continue to talk about the upset games, I must tell you, I was extremely disappointed in a team out west that thoroughly, as Coach 30 would say, pissed down their leg, and that is the Cal Bears. Did anybody watch the Cal Miami game? I stayed up late, sleep deprived, to watch Cal, who was up 35-10 on the Miami Hurricanes, piss down their leg and lose that game. Did anybody else? Please tell me, somebody in the chat, did you watch that game? Man, look. Miami is such a fraud. Cam Ward is talented. He's talented. But he's a turnover machine. Let me turn my ringer off. I was just talking with the Buckeye boys in their pod about, like, hey, my phone be chirping like crazy on the pod. And so what? Let me show some etiquette, though. I'll turn it off. But I stayed up. Yes, Yolanda. What's up, homie? I stayed up to watch Cal finish the job. That was the perfect cherry on top of the upset Saturday. Cal, 35-10. I'm sitting back, catching up on notifications, clowning in the chat, basking in the glory. And Cal just, I mean, there was a dude, I don't know who the kid was, but he was bawling his eyes out on the sideline for Cal. Like, yeah, you should be crying. And the cameraman should be zooming in on you because y'all blew it. A busted coverage. You had one job, man. Like, the defense, busted coverage. You let old boy freaking Wes Welker Jr. or whatever get open on y'all. He's a good little receiver. Wide open. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And they lost the game, and Miami wins. You got Michael Irvin on the sideline being extra Michael Irvin-y. It was so annoying. That would have been the perfect cherry on top of that Saturday, but no. I lost sleep. I could have been rewatching the game, taking notes. Shoot, I could have been watching Game of Thrones for the 9th straight time. I could have been doing anything, but I stayed up to watch y'all, and you do that to me? To us? Like, come on, man. Just goofy, but it was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful day. It was perfect here in Columbus, Ohio. Not a cloud in the sky. 70s. I'm telling y'all, yesterday was glorious. Glorious. And look, you know the haters is already saying, well, it was just Iowa. Like, all week the buildup was, this is y'all's toughest test yet. You know, what you're going to do against this Iowa defense, right? So let's slide on into that. And I want to look at the chat too, but before I just keep going, I want to get with y'all because, again, you know, no partner in crime to bounce off of. So I want to see, I'm talking to y'all. I want to see what y'all talking about in the chat, interact with y'all. All right, Cam Ward is absolutely better than Howard. That's fine. I'll take Howard over Cam Ward for this team. How about that? That's how I feel about it. Cam Ward is, he has more pop, more splash. He's faster, more athletic, but he's very, very mistake prone. He's a turnover machine. Like, I like his talent, but I'm cool. I'm cool with what we got. That's just me. That's me. Michael Irvin strikes me as a huge cokehead. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Restrepo, Mello. Thank you. I was trying to think of his name. Restrepo. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Like, it was so frustrating. But it was even more frustrating because Miami escaped the week before to Virginia Tech, who's not a good team. And, you know, Miami fans, of course, them and their 13 fans are extremely annoying. And, you know, especially because they still want to cry, you know, 22 years later, because we popped them in the ship and they want to cry about it. So, yeah. So let's get still. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Look. So Miami, I got to look at their schedule. I got to pull up their schedule and see who else they're going to get popped by. I think I got Clemson. I don't know if it's at home or at the crib. But they need to lose just because they're annoying and they're not that good. Period. So, yes, I was annoyed, man. It didn't ruin my Saturday, but it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't end it well. So anyway, so let's slide into this Buckeyes and Iowa game. Now, you talk about post that didn't age well. several scum fans on social media, including the D-bag account, Swanky Wolverine, that they love to quote and love to share his stuff. Posted early, had dude from Captain America, I forget his name, with a Michigan sweatshirt on, laughing, they're struggling with Iowa. Like, dude, chill. Y'all be too quick to react. Have you not been watching? We're a second half team so far. We may start slow and then we pour it on predictably in the second half. But even that aside, it's Iowa. Look, when we played them last time at the Shoe, it was a struggle figuring out that tough defense. We also had a lot of self-inflicted issues, turnovers, just, shoot ourselves in the foot. And we knew in the second half we were going to come out full throttle. But yet you want to post goofy stuff, taking a victory lap in the first quarter. Y'all stupid. You can't control your emotions. You can't. And that's not only for non-Buckeye fans. That's for Buckeye fans as well. Y'all are annoying. Some of y'all. It's just like, chill. Like, can y'all not control your emotions, fans? Like, I look, it's just, I know we have a lot of passion and emotion in this game that we all love. We love this game, right? But some of y'all, I just be wondering, like, how do y'all handle other life situations when you're under stress? Because some of y'all be spazzing off of a half a quarter. Yes, we get frustrated. Yes, we want to see our team win. We want to see 75-0. We want to see a touchdown every drive. And yes, we have championship aspirations. But look, y'all, just for your own mental health, understand that everything is not always going to happen perfectly. And Iowa has a good defense. They have a good scheme. They have some good players. They're going to make it tough. They have a good front. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a 4-quarter game, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to stop my rant. I'm just saying, does anybody else get a little annoyed with that? Like, I understand the passion, but some cats just be going way too crazy. Way too crazy. So with that said, let's talk about Will Howard, because I see y'all mentioning Will Howard. And, one thing somebody said on my page early in the first quarter is Kyle McCord is better than Will Howard. I also disagree with that. 2 parts. One, I don't think he's better overall. Sure, maybe in a 7-on-7 drill, he might throw a slightly better ball at times. But I would even challenge that, because we saw some beautiful balls he threw, that he threw in that game. Okay? We see the capability of him throwing, accuracy, touch. And then other times, he may not be as consistent. We knew that coming from Kansas State, that he had some inconsistency. You saw some really good potential, with his legs, being able to run, also being able to throw some nice balls. We saw that on his highlights. But coming from Kansas State, coming to here, now being better coached up and just learning the system and just, he's still growing. He hasn't been coached up. He hasn't had access to this talent or this coaching in his career yet. So he is not a finished product, y'all. He's not a finished product. To me, despite the picks and his mistakes, I think his overall, the positive has outweighed the negative. Like, clearly, in my opinion, way more good than bad. So with Will, I think he needs to, his decision-making with some of the throws, either not letting a throw go when it's too late, trying to force it, or even the one he was under pressure. It's just, I think he can still grow throughout the season, knowing he doesn't have to do that. Because remember, in the preseason and even leading up through, fall camp and shoot, even just leading up to now, he's talked about how compared to Kansas State, he can now throw a ball up to a J.J. Smith, and it's like the chances of J.J. getting it is way more than maybe his guys at Kansas State. But I think he still needs to balance that out. You know what I'm saying? And just not make some of those decisions. That pick he threw, he shouldn't have threw it. It was a late ball. He shouldn't have threw it. And that's okay. He's not the only quarterback in the country throwing interceptions. Do we want to see interceptions? No. That's something he's going to get in the film room and learn and get coached up on. And I think he will. It's a long season left. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. However, how he responds, y'all notice how he responds, right? He responds very well. He doesn't throw picks after he throws a pick. He actually starts to play better. Have y'all noticed that? He plays better. So it's just a growth thing for me. But overall, I like Will Howard a lot in this offense. And again, I don't think we've seen his ceiling. That's how I feel about Will Howard. And of course, y'all see the running ability. He's not Cam Ward as far as speed and, and all that other stuff, but he has enough speed and good size to be able to threaten the defense with his run, even if he doesn't run, which opens up running lanes for our running backs. And to me, that's what we need, especially when it starts getting cold. So let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Again, I don't want to just keep speeding past what y'all talking about because we're having a discussion. Y'all out there watching after the fact can't see the live chat, but the live chat is popping. Live chat is popping. So, yeah. And, with McCord, again, I don't hate McCord and like, you're not here anymore, so I hate you, but we have revisionist history with some of our fans. Listen, I even defended McCord last year from the extremist to where I was saying he wasn't as terrible as some fans were saying. He did make some good plays and some good throws, but oftentimes he seemed uncomfortable in the pocket. Like I was nervous watching him at times. He missed some routine throws as well, to me, more so than Will has this year, in my opinion. I watched the games 2 or 3 times every game last year. And so there were routine throws he missed. There was throws he underthrew. He was not perfect. Now, you could argue he's better this year. I mean, at Syracuse, maybe. But Kyle, to me, didn't exude confidence on or off the field. Just with how he presented himself. He looked a little scary out there at times. I'm just going to be honest with you. Under that face mask. Will exudes confidence per Coach Day, per what our eyeballs see. And again, like the mistakes he makes, he looks to correct them. And overall, he's played very well, made really good decisions. And I don't think he's at his ceiling. I'm going to keep repeating that. So for those who want to bail out on him, I'm just telling you, go ahead and jump off if you want to. But I'm still on the bandwagon. I'm still on the wagon. So, but anyway. So, yeah. So, let's see. Let's see what y'all talking about. Yeah. I mean, yeah, his pocket presence was very shaky. Very shaky. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm rocking with Will. Period. So overall, with this team yesterday, we ran the ball when we wanted to on that good front. That was a great sign because, you're watching this, the best defense we played. You're like, okay, what are the things you want to see our offense do against this defense? We ran the ball at will. We ran the ball with Will. So that was great to see. Judkins is a dog. The stiff arms, the ability to bounce off tacklers. He showed really good vision yesterday. Our line battled. There were some plays where they got stuffed, but there were some plays where they won at the point of attack. There were plays where they won at the point of attack and opened up holes and protected. Like on that double move past J.J. Smith for 53 yards. Like they held the line. Our line, and that's the other thing I want to mention is that there was a lot of hand-wringing about the O-line before the season. And one thing I was just saying is like, yo, don't worry. This line will be better with Chip Kelly in another year of growth. And I think we're seeing that. And they're not done either. They haven't hit their ceiling, I don't think. There's still more reps to be had for them to really show their mettle. So, it was really good to see our O-line really, really play well and win the line of scrimmage most of that game. And, of course, Ibuka. I was so happy to see Ibuka do what he did, because some people say, I feel bad for Ibuka because of JJ Smith. First of all, I don't feel bad for Ibuka because Ibuka is a leader's leader. He came back, right, out of his own mouth to help mentor guys like JJ Smith. Obviously, he wants to win a ring. He wants gold pants. He wants to accomplish the things he hasn't accomplished yet. But a part of that was to mentor JJ Smith and the other guys. So the fact that he's coming in with a humble servant type attitude, and then he gets off like he did yesterday to remind cats that, oh yeah, I'm still here. I'm still a dog. To me, I was just so happy for him. And then on top of that, JJ Smith still got off. He still got the highlight reel popping, even with Ibuka eating. And let's not forget, Carnell Tate didn't play, y'all. Our third best receiver, who's also a threat. He did not play. How you like that depth? How you like that depth? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ennis and Rodgers held it down. Rodgers had, I think he had like 1 or 2 catches. So to me, you talk about depth, and Tate could have played. So that's the flip side of it, is he's not hurt. He's going to play against Oregon. So we should have a full clip, barring something that we don't know about. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. But it was good to see that depth be tested. Yeah. All right. What y'all talking about? Yeah, love JJ. He's a dog. How can you not love the kid? Yeah. Yeah, he does. He does, Stilly. He does. He's a leader on the field and off the field. He exudes leadership and confidence. And that's that's the thing, is like, no, he's not perfect. He has room for growth. But I think overall, when I say I'm rocking with Will Howard, and one last rant about Will Howard, overall, what he brings to the table, the intangibles, on the field stuff, with him still getting better, that's my guy, man. I got love for Will Howard, and I got confidence in Will Howard, and I believe the coaches do too. So I'm preaching to y'all because this is a long season. I think some fans are kind of short-sighted. I'm talking to the fans who are tripping on Will Howard, not those who have questions and want to see more. Like, none of that. I'm just saying for the fans who I've seen who have jumped off the wagon and are looking for anything to try to blast him like he's trash or he's just not good enough. I'm talking to y'all. Just wanted to be clear. Yeah. Tegra had a good game yesterday. Yes, he did. Yeah. The line, I was very, very happy with the line and how they played, man, against that front. Iowa has some really good D tackles, just a good front in period. Their linebacker, tackling machine, Juck and stiff-armed him to the ground with ease. You know what I'm saying? So, Ryan Days Beard, what up, bro? I'm not sure. I didn't hear anything about his injury, but I know he got popped against Sparty. So he might just be something bruised or just, nicked, and they just held him out for precaution. You know what I'm saying? And that's the luxury we have with all our depth, is that guys aren't forced to play, and aggravate an injury and save them for a big game like Oregon. That's a luxury. It's beautiful. I'll take it. I will take it. So, yeah, flipping on the other side of the ball. Defense. Let me look at these stats. So, fumbles lost, or, fumbles caused, 2 fumbles. So, the D-line, we're seeing flashes and glimpses of the D-line starting to pick it up. I think I want to see them come out the gate as ferocious as they, eventually start getting in the second half. But we're seeing the glimpses. We're seeing them coming along. That strip from Sawyer was great. That's what I want to see. They were physical. They stopped Caleb. What's his last name? Is it Johnson? I forget his name. Let me look. The one who was running his mouth on some straight cap, talk about he wouldn't have took an offer if Ohio State offered him. Come on, man. Listen, I ain't got no hate for you. I've heard he was a great kid. I've heard people, I know his family. He's a great kid. I'm sure he's a great kid. Good player. I think he's an NFL guy. All that. Both can be true. That can be true, and you tripping, I don't believe you can also be true. You know, it's cool. It is what it is. Like Ryan Day said the other day, we can't sign them all. So best of luck to you. But you talking like that just makes things worse for you, buddy. And you got bottled up. You got a garbage touchdown on a second/third string defense out there, right? In garbage time and still got under 100 yards. So you got bottled up, which was great to see because some of us wanted to see, okay, going up against a team who's scum light, Michigan light, how are we going to do against this power running attack, two tights, smash mouth football? And we pass with flying colors. Flying colors, which brings me to your man's, Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles. I just mentioned this on the Buckeye Boys podcast. Make sure you subscribe to Buckeye Boys. That's Buckeye Boys with a Z at the end. YouTube channel. They just got started. Help get their subscribers up. But before you do that or after you do that, subscribe to Buckeye Scoop too and like this video. I was on the show last week and I was talking about Sonny and how he's getting criticism, even though he was a leading tackler. And basically, the summary was, listen, he's been fine, but the expectations that he brings to the table with his freaky size and athletic ability and the hype and just the expectations, he just hasn't popped and really showed as much as we want him to show. Well, this game, he did it. He came out and he was reading much better. He was triggering much better. He was in there. And I was thinking this type of game would be right up his alley to really showcase. And I loved what I saw. And that's the Sonny that we need to see more consistently, where it at least appears he's not thinking as much and he's just attacking and going. Now, obviously, with the scheme, there's certain things Nose can do to deploy him to just go. Like, this is your read. Boom. Either way, I love what I saw from Sonny. We need that from him. Simon played well, too. I watched at least the first 3 quarters, rewatched it. Simon played well, too. Simon had some really good tackles in the backfield. He played well. Our linebackers played better. I'm not going to say better than I thought because I didn't expect them not to play good. I was just hoping they did. But they showed up. Our whole defense showed up. I was so happy to see how they played. Iowa is not a juggernaut of an offense. I understand that. I know some of y'all saying that. But they're physical, and they still have the number 2 rusher in the country, even though their passing game is not good. You just can't brush that away like they had the number 2 rushing, running back. So they had something, and we shut it down. So I'm very happy to see that, especially Sonny stepping up. So let me check out this chat. Yeah, he did show out Cookie Monster. I love these chat names, Cookie Monster. Yeah. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Oregon before we get off. I'm gonna go about maybe 10 more minutes. I'm definitely gonna hit on Oregon before we get up out of here. So you must be prophetic, Bray. You in my head, bro. You in my head. Checking out this chat, see what y'all talking about. Yeah. Okay. Our offensive ceiling will be much higher. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not going to get back into the Will Howard stuff. I've preached to y'all enough. Y'all get the point, okay? Until something happens to change my mind, I'm rocking with Will Howard. Period. Some of y'all can jump off the bandwagon. I'm not. I'm going to say it again. Somebody touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, oh, neighbor, God's got something for you. And it's Will Howard from Kansas State. Y'all don't hear me. But nah, I'm going to keep preaching what I feel. But anyway, yes. So overall, I was very happy with this game. I was not happy with the turnover. I was not happy with how we made mistakes. Jeremiah Smith getting popped and fumbling, to me, was bad in the moment, but good overall for him. I know that sounds crazy, but he needed that. What do I mean by he needed that? I don't think he was getting a big head because he's so disciplined and humble, but he needed that reality check. to know how important. It's one thing when the coaches tell you ball security, right? But yet you out there getting off, you on Sports Center, ain't nothing happening. But when you actually get drilled by an All-American, leading tackler in the country type dude, now it's like, okay, I understand. I get it. I'd rather that happen now than against Georgia or against Texas or whoever in the playoffs. You feel me? Not saying it still can't happen, but I'd rather that reality check happen now than then. You feel me? So to me, that was good to see him. And I knew they weren't going to go away from him. So it was just good to see him bounce back and experience that. We weren't losing that game, y'all. As slow as we started in the self-inflicted mistakes we made, I was never concerned about that game. I think as fans, we want to come out and look pretty from start to finish, and that's just not reality. It's just not. Have we not watched enough football to understand that? So I was happy. How do y'all feel before I move on to the Oregon prediction? Tell me in the chat. Are y'all happy with that win? All things considered, the total game, not the first quarter, but the finished product. Were you happy about that game? Talk to me. Let's see. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. So, and y'all look, y'all can keep posting the chat to my question. In the meantime, let me pull up these stat comparisons. So far, this is just some stat comparisons for Oregon and Ohio State. Oregon offense, scoring offense, number 32 in the country. Rushing offense, 67. Passing offense, 19. Total offense, 25. Top 25 offense. Good offense. Scoring defense, number 21. Actually, no. Let's go to Ohio State's offense. Then I go defense to defense. Scoring offense, number 4 in the country. Rushing offense, number 14. Passing offense, number 23. Total offense, number 9. Top 10 offense, very good offense, right? Defense for Oregon, scoring defense, number 21. Rushing defense, number 24. Passing defense, number 18. Total defense, top 10. So they got a top 10 D. Scoring defense for Ohio State, number 1. Number 1 spot. Those who know. Rushing defense, number 3. I love it. Passing defense, number 4. Total defense, number 1. Number 1, baby. I love to hear that. Long way to go, but I still love to hear that. So some might say the stats, aren't close and we should dominate them, and maybe we should. But it's a game on the road. This is Oregon's Super Bowl. Their coach has come out and said it's the biggest game in the history, even though, we played Oregon in a national title game. You would figure that would be the biggest game in their history, but they're going to be ready, okay? They're going to be ready and all that. We just have to come out and be physical and execute and be sound. I believe if we can do that and not shoot ourselves in the foot, I think we definitely beat them by 10 to 14 points. I think we're 10 to 14 points better than Oregon at least. I've watched Oregon. They're a good team, but I think we're a better team. I think we have more talent than them. I think Dylan Gabriel, and I posted this on my page a couple of days ago, and I said if Dylan Gabriel throws those lollipops to our secondary, because you talk about Will Howard in the interception he threw, those were some bad interceptions Dylan Gabriel threw as well. So to me, I would argue worse. His picks were worse, in my opinion. But Dylan Gabriel, he throws he's a check down Charlie, in my opinion. Lots of, throws to the flat, lots of short throws, quick short throws, at the line of scrimmage. I haven't really seen any downfield or even a lot of intermediate stuff from them. Now, we may see that this Saturday. Maybe they've been setting that up, maybe, but I just haven't seen it. So I think our secondary and our front seven getting after him can maybe, get some turnovers based off of what I saw last week, Friday against Sparty. So hold on. Before I go on, I want to see what y'all talking about now that we gotten into Oregon. I want to know y'all's thoughts about Oregon, because we've been building up to this matchup. Some of them, like Herbert Street, some of the media has picked them to win a national title. I've been a little underwhelmed by them, by what I've seen. Good team. Not saying it's not going to be a tough game, but I've been underwhelmed compared to the expectations and the hype. So I'm curious to see what y'all think, because I just haven't been overly impressed. I mean, they're good, but I'm not scared. I don't feel like, dang, I'm scared. It's more of it's the mantra that we've been coming with all year, with that Day has been saying, we got to worry about ourselves. It's about us. I 1000% agree with that. If we bring our A game, Chip Kelly, Ryan Day, Knowles, all the way down to the players executing, we should beat this team. But it just doesn't happen that easily. Tough environment, good team, ball bounces a certain way. We just have to be sound. I think that's really the key. I think we're more talented than them. I think that's really what it boils down to. If we can run the ball, like I believe we should and can, they do have a good front. They have some guys up there, but so did Iowa. And we need to stop their run. Iowa had a good rushing attack. Now, granted, they got a better passing attack, but they're still not, like I said, they haven't been spraying the ball downfield like that. It's been a lot of short stuff. So we just need to win the line of scrimmage on both sides. If we do, which I believe we can and will, we will come away with the victory. But I'm hyped. Number 2 versus 3 in the AP. I've been waiting for this just for the pomp and circumstance, and just to shut a lot of people up, man. Even Oregon fans. So let me see what y'all talking about. Also got the super chat from my guy Bray. Oregon fell for me. Buck showing out Saturday. Amen. Salute. We definitely need to get that good victory. So and I believe we will. And it's a long week leading up to the game. And we're going to talk about it a little more throughout the week. Kirk and Nevada are going to hit on this. I may do another pod this week. We're going to see. But I've been waiting for this matchup. I've been waiting. And I'm going to wrap in a couple minutes, y'all. So let's see what y'all talking about. Ryan Day's beard. If y'all don't know, he's referring to some goofy Oregon fans talking about, now that we're in the Big Ten, you can call us that team out west like you do for Michigan, a team up north. Like, we're your new rival now. Shut up. Please go somewhere, man. Y'all sound stupid. We need to take care of business. They need to lose. And then they keep bringing up the win they had a few years ago when we had the worst defense in school history under freaking Kerry Combs, as if that's comparable. That's not the same team, buddy. 2 completely different teams, 2 completely different defenses. If you're hanging your hat on that, you're going to be disappointed, because this defense is legit. So strap it up. Yeah, it's definitely duck season. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to have much more on Oregon throughout the week at Buckeye Scoop. But my initial thoughts are, it really comes down to us not making mistakes and controlling the line of scrimmage. I know that's cliche, but it is what it is, because we are more talented than them. Period. We need to handle the environment and call a good game and execute. And I think we're going to run the ball on them. Also, Chip has been, I'm telling you, we're going to see some stuff on Saturday that we have not seen. Also, Jim Knowles has been setting stuff up. We're going to see some stuff on Saturday from both sides of the ball that we have not seen. Now, on the flip side, I know Lanning and his guys are going to have something. This is their Super Bowl. They're going to have mad recruits in the house. This is a huge game. So we're going to see some stuff that we haven't seen, and I can't wait. I'm excited, man. But, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap, y'all. I mean, not like rap, like spit, even though I'll drop this little nugget before I get off. Some of y'all know me. I've been doing music for over 20 years. Like, I've been rapping for over 20 years. B Moses on Spotify, YouTube, or whatever, whoever cares. I'm about to record a Buckeye song for the first time ever. I've been wanting to do this for years. I got a Buckeye anthem, pump up type song that I'm about to release soon. So I'm very excited about that as well. I'm just putting a little bug out there to let y'all know. So anyway, with that said, if there's no more super chats and nothing else that jumps out, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap. And next time we'll be back with Funky. We're gonna catch up, and hopefully and most likely we're gonna be talking about a big Ohio State victory over the Ducks out west. So I'm very, very excited about that. Then we slide into a bye week. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.